about spin and go. It's a Spin&Bros podcast.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 3 of the Spin&Bros podcast. We've done 3 episodes now, guys. We are here, and we have something very exciting to kick it off. So if you guys have been watching the episodes previously, and if you haven't done, go back and watch them now. We did something at the start of last stream, which is the development of our brand, right? We're starting a podcast. We're trying to find our feet. We're trying to find our voice and our vision. And we thought it'd be a fun experiment to request some logo designs. So originally we wanted to go to Fiverr, if you guys have ever heard of that. The idea was originally you'd pay people $5 to do small tasks. It's actually much more expensive now these days because the people on there would like to be paid more, which I think is completely fair. We ended up using Upvote because I couldn't get onto Fiverr for some reason, which is basically the same thing. Sorry, Upwork, not Upvote. And we basically went to these guys and we asked them to design us a logo for the Spin&Bros podcast. So let me first describe to you guys what we sent them, so you guys have an idea if you didn't watch the previous episode. So this is the text that we sent. We want you to design a logo for our podcast. The podcast is called Spin&Bros, and then we link to our YouTube channel. This is a podcast about an online poker game called Spin and Go. So we linked to the Spin and Go's explainer page, so they kind of knew what that looked like. They understood that it was a 3-handed poker tournament, blah, blah, blah. Please spend no longer than 2 hours on your first draft and provide 4 concepts so we can pick a place to start. And if we like that, the idea was that we were going to help them to develop that specific idea. We're looking for a clean yet creative idea, so give us your best shot. Please do not use AI, in all caps. That was very important. And we ended up asking 4 people to help us with this. So we had Hatim Huran from Morocco. Shout out to Morocco, obviously, Cito. Irfan Salim from Pakistan. We had MD Jahangir from Bangladesh and Mohammed Ahmed from Pakistan. And we asked these 4 guys at varying price points to do some art for us to see how that would turn out. So let's take a look at what that looks like. And you guys can help us in the comment section what you guys thought of this work. So let's get across here and let's take a look. So these guys have not, these guys down here, excuse me, have not seen these at all. We've not discussed this. we haven't said a word. So first and foremost, I think we should start with Hatim Huran. And in fact, you know what? Let's not start there. Let's start with MD Jahangir. He charged us $11.79, including fees, to create a couple of these designs. So design number 1. Here we go, guys. Are you already prepared? Laughing? So obviously, these are very small previews, but you guys should get the idea. Now, I have no idea what this has to do with Spin and Go's, or I mean, there's a microphone that's like kind of like a podcast.
Yeah,
but
it's so poker unrelated. It's impossible to be less poker related than this.
I do not see it. It's not even the same colors as our brand. It's not the same color. It's like I realize this isn't a very colorful environment. That's what we're trying to develop here, guys. But this was his first submission, and I'm just I don't know. This
looks like Canva. Just changing the name.
It looks like a Canva template. If you search for podcast in Canva and you just give it your title, this is what they give you. So I think probably also I don't know if you guys want to give this a rating. Should we do it? Should we give it a rating with our boards?
Yeah, sure.
Speaking of which, I forgot my board. You guys write down your ratings. I gotta go grab my board.
Out of 10, right?
Yeah, let's do out of 10. I mean, he got the name right, and the podcast right.
So can we get a rating for MD Jahangir's first marks out of 10? Let's do marks out of 10.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean,
I'm very generous. Yeah.
I'm gonna be. Oh man, I'm not even sure where to start. I'm gonna be generous. Okay.
You are going to be generous as well.
I'm gonna be generous. That's a 2. That's a 2. So yeah, look, I honestly think that this might actually be a 1, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna give him a point because
He got the name right.
He got the name right, and also podcasts require microphones, but nobody is ever podcasting with that style of microphone. That's the other issue. So
that's the karaoke bar.
Yeah,
that you go
yeah.
at
This
3
is-
a.m. in the morning.
Yeah, this is like the 1920s boudoir. But anyway, okay, cool. So MD's first submission, not so hot. Okay, cool. So this is the second submission from MD, and I gotta say it's not a whole lot better. I prefer the design, but it's still exactly kind of the same.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't even know if I'll skip through this really quickly, guys. The third one is also
I
just-
think he didn't understand. He just okay. Oh, podcast.
yeah.
Then the name. Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah. So
Right.
look, I'm going to say that if we're giving this first one 2 out of 10, I think they're all getting 2 out of 10. They all have.
I mean,
the correct
make
name.
it the chip. Make it the poker chip or
I
something.
know,
and it's
I know.
already something, right?
Yeah,
But,
yeah.
Like,
So not ideal. MD, this cost us $11.79. But anyway, look, all kind of the same thing. I think we can all agree this is a non-starter. This isn't going to work for us. All right, cool. So moving on to Irfan Salim from Pakistan. Let's take a look at these. In fact, no, you know what? We'll do Hatim first. So this was the submission from Hatim, and slightly better, I think.
Okay.
There's kind of something about this that I think is cool. Like I don't know if these could be developed a little bit more. I'm not sure if this is what we want for our specific podcast, but he kind of went with it, right? There's the king and there's some clubs in there and all that kind of thing. Does anyone else think that the bottom logo reminds me of an existing poker logo? Is it BitB Poker or something like that?
No, it's Ultimate Bet. You know the shady
no
site
way.
where you could use like a super account like back in 2005 or so. It looks like Ultimate Bet.
It does look a little bit like that. Yeah, let me see if I can get that one up as well. The original Ultimate Bet. Oh yeah, wow.
It was just orange, right?
Well, so
No, they had another logo. As
They had a
well.
different
like
logo?
on the table. You see it on the table.
oh right, yeah. Okay, yeah.
On the bottom left. Like it kind of looks like it.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, like, but wait. How about BitB spins? One sec.
Yeah, they have like a badger and all.
Yeah, I don't know. I remember the logo being slightly different there as well. Anyway, look, it's something. It's something. I mean, I think Hatim did some work here. So let's give this marks out of 10, guys. What do we think about this one? All right, you guys ready? Reveal. Okay. So we're all kind of in the same zone. Hatim, shout out to you, buddy. Like, I feel like he actually took some time with this one, and there's
I like the idea, but like this is this an S? Like,
Yeah, it should be an
that's-
S, but you can't see it, right?
Yeah,
It's a little
yeah.
bit too abstract.
Yeah, this is meant to be an S. This is meant, yes, Spin&Bros SB. Of the two, I think I prefer the one at the bottom, but then obviously I think it needs a bit more work. But that's okay. This is a first draft.
Yeah,
He only spent a
that's
couple
fine,
hours on
that's
it,
fine.
so this is fine. So shout out to Hatim, and Irfan. Sorry, this was Hatim from Morocco. Excuse me. Shout out to Morocco. Irfan Salim is our next one. So Irfan actually sent us quite a few, and he definitely kind of gave it some thought. So let's take a look at the first one.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
nice.
cool.
So this is actually a bit nicer. I think they've made an attempt to have the three of us, which is kind of like a three-handed spinning goes through a three-handed. They've kind of used this motif that is like the spinning go logo as it is right now in Stars, and like
But
this is.
I think it has to be AI. Otherwise, how do you get the faces like this?
Well, I'm not exactly sure. Maybe he hand drew them in the space of 2 hours. We don't know. We don't know.
okay.
But if for someone going a little bit off the beaten track, I think this looks pretty good. So this is number 1 from Irfan. This is number 2 from Irfan. Again, kind of this podcasty microphone thing, but like, there's something about the 3 people, the 3-handed table. This is okay.
Yeah, That's AI 100%. You didn't touch like
I mean, this one is just
this
straight
looks like
up
smart spin, like a little
yeah,
bit.
it does.
Like
And
Smart
also,
Spin.
this is definitely the Spin and Go logo ripped off, which is something we probably can't be doing
Yeah.
either. Yeah, I mean, as you said, it's a microphone and a poker chip, and it kind of looks like an old school microphone. So points for
Is
that
it a
one
microphone? I think it looks like something like a trophy. It looks like a trophy.
No,
Yeah.
like
There's a
but
chip in the trophy.
It's kind of an old school sort of microphone, and the same thing here. So I think, you know, more points to Irfan. By the way,
I like
Hatim,
the first, like the first one, but
Yeah.
just the we like the logo basically on
just
the left.
how about this one, just the spade, and not with the Spin and Go rip off, and then something like that. I think it's getting there. I think this could be high potential.
Mm.
So
That's nice.
rather than doing this 5 times, should we give Irfan a mark for his total effort?
Yeah, sure.
All right, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so again, we're kind of in agreement.
Wow.
This is going well. This is a
guys,
good.
like an 8 for me would be.
Bro,
What?
after you saw the first one,
Yeah, but
if
still,
you
like,
give it two to
we
the
have
first
some
one,
standards. We have some standards, right? So 8 would be something that I would do. That I would probably get an 8 for. You know what I mean? Like,
Okay. Well, okay. For the next podcast, you can design the logo, and then we'll give you marks. Yeah, perfect.
okay.
But okay, cool. So I think overall, Irfan probably did the best. Now, let me talk about Muhammad Ahmed. So we sent him the exact same breakdown, the exact same description of what we wanted.
Okay.
And he immediately insisted that we pay him more money, almost immediately, which is not what was advertised. And I sort of said, okay, look, rather than us paying you more money, why don't we agree to your normal rates, but you can just do us 1 or 2 logos. Let me see. Oh, I actually have a picture of our exchange. That's how I did this. So I don't know if you guys can read this, but he basically described that a basic package will contain 3 logo concepts, source file, printable logo, blah, blah, blah. And then he said that these are the packages. The basic is 40, the standard is 65, and the premium is 75. And I said, how about a package with 2 logo designs instead? He ignored me. I tried to get in touch with him. He asked me if it was for 2 companies. I don't know what was going on here. Ultimately, he just blocked us, and we didn't actually get any logo from him. So
Oh wow.
we didn't pay any money to Muhammad Ahmed, but we went from give me $75 or $65 or $40 to I don't want any money. So we just didn't do it in the end. It's like he wasn't taking us serious in this very serious exercise, you guys. It's outrageous behavior. So ultimately, guys, we ended up spending $74.97 on our basic logos, 3 of which I think are just completely in the bin. I think the other 2 actually did something in the right vein. I don't know about you guys, but I feel like maybe this one is the closest, and we can maybe do a little riff on this. I don't hate this one. It's you know, it's something. So we could go back to Irfan and say, here's some amends that we want you to make. Can you make it a little bit cleaner, a little bit more profesh?
The thing is, I'm 99% sure this is AI. I'm also pretty sure. Give me 5 minutes and I make a better logo than this.
Okay. Well, in that case, with this as a concept, Beldarian, maybe you can finish it up for us. Yeah.
Okay, let's do it for the next podcast. I'll present you.
All right, guys. So you guys can look forward to that the next. You guys can see the entire progression of our podcast from start to finish.
If it has to be good, you have to do it yourself.
Just like Spinning Goes, baby. Just like Spinning Goes. Okay, so guys, that's how far we've gotten so far in the logo request. So in future, like I said, we are going to develop the other aspects of our logo, of our stream and our podcast, excuse me. And the idea is that we will get help.
We should have taken like a super expensive one, like someone who's taking like $100 or so, to see if there's really a difference. You know what I mean?
Potentially. I mean, ultimately, Irfan was the medium cheap, right? He was $20, and then Hatim was 42. So I think very often it's not necessarily what you pay for. It's whether or not they read the brief and whether or not they used AI. Basically.
It's difficult for our niche to find something useful anyways, right?
True. It is. It's not an easy task. And also because we've been around poker for so long, you know, there's so many sort of stereotypical, like, oh, they're poker players, they're going to love if there's a giant spade on it, you know, all this kind of stuff. And you're like, we're looking for something a bit more modern, but okay, fine. So throughout this process, guys, what we'll do is each episode we'll be looking to improve our podcast in some way, shape, or form, and you guys can follow along with that. But now that that's done, let's get across to our first time we've ever done this. We're actually going to just have a topic of discussion now, guys. So the topic of discussion today is live spin and goes. So two things happened quite recently that I wanted to talk about, and I wanted to get your guys' feedback as well. Number one, we had the Spin and Go Championship in Paris, which I attended and played. I have attended every single Spin and Go Championship, in fact, so I do have some experience with live Spin and Goes. I believe this is the fourth time that we've done a Spin and Go Championship. This is the third time that we've broadcast, or maybe it's 3 and 2. I can't remember exactly. Also, I wanted to discuss live Spin and Goes on demand, which is something that we have at every EPT now, and also we have them at we had them at the Irish Open, which I just returned from. So, general topic of discussion, guys. I think that live Spin and Goes are good for Spin and Go, and I know that behind the scenes, the opportunity to play, to go and attend an event like that has actually increased the number of players who are joining Spin and Goes for the first time and also playing Spin and Goes more consistently. So it does seem to have a positive impact on the actual sort of pool itself as well. But, how do you guys feel about live Spin and Goes? Like, when you heard that there was going to be a Spin and Go Championship or Spin and Go on demand, what were your thoughts about it? And let's start there. Beldarian, why don't you kick us off?
Yeah. Actually, I don't know much about them, so maybe you could tell us a little bit more, because I'm quite curious. I saw your live stream in Paris. I saw you playing, and I saw a couple of bad beats you got.
Yeah.
And it was super fun to watch, because there was the commentator that he was coming, and then you are spinning the wheel, because it was like you get the prize after you won it, right? And then you spin the wheel how much you won it or something.
Yeah,
like that, right?
yeah. So
it was, yeah.
I'm probably going to butcher this, but yeah, just let me give you a quick explainer of how the Spin and Go Championship works. So in order to play the Spin and Go Championship live, you would have to qualify by playing Spin and Goes. So it's changed a little bit, but the last iteration of the qualification process was you play Spin and Goes at any stake. And if it's, I think it had to be above $1. I mean, I can't remember exactly, but you play Spin and Goes at any stake, and every single time that you played a Spin and Go, there would be the spinner that would be for the prize money, and then there would be a little value underneath, and the values were randomized. So you could get a really big number that would contribute to your overall leaderboard going much higher, or you could get a small one. So what they wanted to do is give casual players the opportunity to still qualify for leaderboard. It wasn't just strictly, straight grinders. So if you played Spin and Goes regularly, you would contribute to your overall total. Even if you were playing low stakes or you weren't somebody that was playing loads of volume, over the course of the day, you could get significant points that could put you in competition with other players to qualify. If you made it into the top 1,000 or something like that on the leaderboard, you played a free roll. If you won the free roll or you cashed in the free roll, you would get a chance to go to Paris and take part. If you were the absolute tippy top of the leaderboard, you would have instant packages. I think it was like the top 2 or something like that. I can't remember exactly. But basically, in order to go and play, you had to qualify online. Once you got there, there were various rounds. It was basically like a shootout. You had to sort of win your table. And the way it worked was the first player to win 4 in the first round would go through this. The second round was the same. However, if you won a Spin and Go, you would pull an envelope from the table, and it would either say spin or no spin. And depending on the round, it was slightly different. But if you pulled spin, you got a chance to spin the big wheel, and you would have a chance to win big prizes, from the spinnings, we were calling them, right? And, that was kind of the concept. Now, I personally had a different idea about how this would work, and I wanted there to be way more spinning, right? So the production team, not just the production team, actually, but also the people who are involved with Spin and Goes, they wanted big spins. They wanted big winning moments. And in order to have big wins, there has to be fewer spins, right? Because we're trying to concentrate part of that prize pool into larger winnings. Now, my idea was you play that format, as in you're trying to get to 4 wins first. But if you win a game at any point, you spin the wheel for a smaller value. And if you can imagine, the first round was 81 players. That was the total number of players. Imagine 81 players playing Spin and Goes all in one big room, and they're spinning. The wheel is spinning. The wheel is spinning. The wheel is spinning. And we're keeping track of this. And we've got like a giant board with people's accumulated totals. So rather than it being like, okay, we're waiting. Oh, it's time for a big spin. And we do, one guy wins 10K. You've got 81 people going, I won 300 euros. I won 400 euros. I won 500 euros. And it just keeps stacking up. And they're all the bars up on the main screen are like, you know, I thought that would be chaos and like super fun, and you know, having a giant actual spinning wheel like going constantly. They decided against that in the end, but that was kind of the main idea behind it. So now that you know about it, what do you think about it, Beldarine?
Yeah, I would have loved to be there as well and play some live spin and goes. I think it was very fun to watch for sure, and it's something else, right? So I think, yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, like how were the numbers? Like, did people enjoy the streams?
They did, and I think this was probably the most successful of our streams where we've put it out. The other issue that we had the last time we did it in Barcelona was that it was happening at the same time as the main event. So we basically had like two streams sort of fighting each other, which is kind of a weird, it was a bit of a weird choice for me. I obviously, I think that it was just to do with the timings of how things actually panned out. So it definitely performed better. A lot of people arriving and just being super confused because they either don't know what spinning goes are, or they've already dismissed spinning goes as like a no skill game. But I think it was something different. And I do think that in order to make it more successful in the future, I think it needs to be more game show and, you know, like not as focused on the actual spinning goes. I mean, the spinning goes will always be the main event, obviously, but I think more spinning and more like game show gamble mechanics, I think was what was required, because I think that's what would have made it a little bit more like, I'm watching something crazy right now. This is just pure chaos. This is just people spinning. You know, I think the idea of spinning goes are, you know, conceptually we want people to be like, yeah, I'm logging in and I could win $1 million, like, you know, if in one spin. You know, the idea of there being lots of wins, I think, was better than there being big wins. And I mean, towards the end, I mean, people were winning, like first place was like 100K, or I can't remember what the number was after all the spins that they did. So it was like tons of money up top. So it's not like we're lacking a big win moment. I just think that we probably could have had more spins in the middle. Sita, what do you think, buddy?
Yeah, I think it's like your idea was like way better. Maybe you can optimize it by adding like what we are having like in the real spins,
Right.
that you are having more 2x 3x, but like adding just, instead of like picking an envelope that is like in the scenes that no one sees and like doesn't any show, you just add like empty slots in the wheel, and then like you can either hit like a small prize, nothing, or something big.
Yeah.
And like you said, it keeps the action going, and it keeps the wheel going all the time. I think
yeah, I mean,
might be cool.
Yeah, that was exactly my thought. And I mean, I don't even want to tell you how long I spent like simulating, like you know, worst case, like I say worst case, if there's a certain budget that we were trying to hit, like give or take like 10 grand or like 20 grand or whatever it was, I ran so many simulations with different segments of different values to be like, okay, this is like the least amount that people could spin for if they spun for every single win, for example. And then if we had like one jackpot slice that was like 20 grand or something, but it was like, you know, really small, what would that look like? And like, what's the worst case outcome if we included that? Or maybe we just have one jackpot slice, and when it goes, you take it out completely, and that there's only one of those in the entire pack, or, you know, something like that. I ran so many simulations, and I was trying to say, I can guarantee you guys, there is a less than 1% chance that you'll end up paying out like 100 grand more than you planned, basically. But, you know, I think in the future, maybe we will experiment with that more, you know, whether or not it's something that we're going to do again in the near future. I honestly don't know, sincerely, but I do think that in general, live spinning goes do have a sort of place. So the Spin and Go Championship, I think, is quite special, but the Spin and Go live thing, I think, also has a lot of potential. So I just came back from the Irish Open, and at previous EPTs as well, we did the same. After 8 p.m. or whatever it is, they just have these really cute little Spin and Go tables just for 3 players. The dealer's like really bunched in the middle, like, you know, dealing the cards, and people can just play a Spin and Go live. And I have 2 things to say about this. Number one, I think that if you're going to do this, I think the structure needs to be slightly better. I just think that when we're playing live, the dealer has to shuffle. People are going to take more time. You know, it's a little bit more chill. I think that just having a more traditional 25 big blind game is just a bit more fun for the people that are playing, especially because you're not feeling so rushed to play the game so much faster if we have the timer for 2 minutes or 1 minute or whatever we're doing. But also, I think that I really like the idea of opening a bar somewhere and literally just having spin and goes running all the time, because I feel like it's like, in the same way that people log in to play Spin and Goes online, they go, I've only got like 10 minutes to spare. I just want to play something quick. I just want to do something casual, right? It's like a little bit of poker, gets your poker brain going. It's very exciting. You know, it's fast paced. I can imagine just like a very, very low stakes Spin and Go table or two in a bar somewhere. And that's the whole gimmick of the bar. Like you come in and you play like $5 Spin and Goes. And, you know, I don't know if that's viable if you have a dealer. I think probably paying dealers makes this very unprofitable. But like, do you guys know where I'm going with this? Like saying we have a cash game going in the back. I think that comes with a lot of complication. But it's really simplified poker tournament like a Spin and Go. I think has potential to just be like, you guys go have fun. Like here's the deck. I mean, maybe it's self dealt. I don't know how it works, but maybe it's hands per level and it's self dealt so that there's not such a rush and just 3 friends can go and sit down and play for $5 or whatever.
Yeah, you can do it like with just iPads or whatever, like.
True.
And then like they are connected with each other.
Yeah.
And like you start the game, but like you are live and playing against each other.
Isolation booths. I mean, I would think it'd be so cool. Giant isolation booths, and then on the outside, spectators can just drink their beer and watch and be like, "What a fish!" Absolutely, can't believe he didn't call there. That's terrible. That would be so fun, right?
Yeah, imagine that. Like, so it's just sitting 3 of you, like we each with a beer, and then like are we playing? Like, what are you gonna do? Like, cool.
You take the headphones off and you open the door, and the whole bar is laughing at you. They're like, "What are you doing? You're terrible." I think that would be super.
I think the main point of these live things is to get more people playing them online, right? Because I mean, let's be real, like as a professional, it probably won't make much sense to play one table live Spin and Go when you can play 8 tables and like it's way more profitable to play them. But like in the evening, just in the evening, when we were at the Winamax live event, for example, right? So then you're just playing some turbos or something, right? Just sitting, enjoying yourself. And that's the same for the live things, right? So you sit down, you play 1-2 spins, have a drink or two, and stuff, and then people think, oh wow, that's a fun game. So let's maybe try it out online as well.
In Bratislava, we had the same thing, like in the Winamax, because like this is not my idea, like the tablet, like they had this thing, and like it was like more heads up, right? So it was not so you have just 2 tablets that are connected with each other, and there were like all because like it was a VIP party like reserved for the Red Diamond, and like everyone are professional, but everyone want to play, right? So you play either against each other or like you play against the Winamax staff and stuff, and like it was a lot of fun. So, and then like if someone is like going out or whatever, like it's changing, and you see people like love this, like they want to play.
Yeah, I mean, and like, you know, just even thinking back to the Irish Open a couple weeks ago, so there was a section with maybe 4 or 5 3-handed tables, the Spin and Go tables that they had special, right? And after 8 p.m. until like late, it was like there was a line. People were like lined up to play. It was like, and again, I just think it was something that's a bit different. I also know lots of people who attend events like Irish Open or EPT, and they go, I'm a tournament player. Look, I'm a tournament player. I hate cash. I never play cash. That's not my thing. So to have something that is as accessible as a cash game, that is still a tournament, that they still feel like, oh, you know, how hard can it be? I'm gonna go play spins. I think that does offer a sort of in between of I don't only want to play for another 2 hours or something. I'll just play a bunch of Spin and Goes and I'll go home, and I won't get locked into a cash game that I don't want to play, and I can still maintain my MTT status, you know, my MTT expert status, you know. But yeah, I think
what was the buy-in? What was the buy-in of the?
I think it was either it was 50 or 100. I think maybe you could pick between the two.
Okay.
The one thing I would say as well, if any PokerStar staff are watching out there, we need an actual spinner. We cannot be doing the screen flash thing. No, we need a.
And people should do it themselves.
Yeah.
And then like they can try to hit something. It has to like go around one time and then like something like that, so people can even try.
If it doesn't go around one time, everyone's just canceled. Sorry, we're keeping the money. Like that's it. Like no buy-ins. But no, I think you're right. I think the idea is to get more people playing it and seeing that it can just be fun. It doesn't have to be. You don't have to be a super grinder to enjoy it, but also, you know, getting people into it who might actually end up playing it very frequently as well. You know, kind of underrepresented as we've discussed before. So with that in mind, guys, do you think we should move on to the next section?
Yeah.
All right.
Let's go.
Nice one. If you guys have any thoughts about live spinning goes, by the way, please get them in the comments below. We'd love to discuss it further. And I really think that there's an opportunity for it to be even bigger and even more exciting. I would love to do another Spin and Go championship, for example. I was very unlucky not to go into some of the final rounds there.
Just last question, like the Spinning Golf Championship, like it wasn't open for people in there to register, like just the ones
Correct.
that
It was
made
only
online,
qualifiers.
right?
But the number of people at these events who have gone, how can I get into this? Like, I want to buy in. And they're like, you can't
Yeah,
buy
exactly.
in.
Like,
I honestly think that in future there's an opportunity to do a normal event buy-in straight, like on the day kind of thing, and obviously just have a cap because it's three-handed. It has to be, you have to have the right number of people. So 81 was what we started with or whatever to get down to 3 at the very end. But you could double that. I think at UT Paris we could have easily done that. A lot of dealers
for that, right?
Yeah, that's expensive. That's true. That's a good point. All right, so with that in mind, guys, let's move on to our next section, and this is the world famous Genius or Fish. I'm going to insert some music this time, a little jingle that says Genius or Fish. I don't know.
Is he a genius or is he a fish?
I'll figure it out. So let's get across to that. So with that in mind,
just use yours. That was good.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so we have a couple of hands here. We have 6 hands here, in fact, to discuss, and some of them are fun. Some of them are serious talking points, things that I would like to discuss, and I'm sure these guys would too. And at the end of each hand, we're going to decide whether or not it was a genius play or a fish play or whatever we think is funny at the time. Okay. So first hand of the day, guys, this one's pretty lighthearted. It won't take us too long to get through. We have pocket 8s and we min raise. Let's get into the big blind mode because I'm a fish. Okay. So we start, it's basically the first hand of the game. Min raise, pocket 8s, and the big blind calls, and we flop quads.
Oof. Oof. Let's go.
What are you sharing?
No, this is a very serious hand. This is a very, I want you guys to tell me if I played this, am I a genius or am I a fish? Okay. So it goes check, and I decide to check. This was an unknown player. So again, I think the check here is a lot less suspicious to unknowns. The turn is a king, and our opponent decides to start betting. So obviously at this point, they will have hearts. They will have a 10. They will have a king. They probably won't have an 8. I'm just going to go out on a limb and say they probably don't have an 8 here. And I decided that I think I watched this clip back, and I'm such an idiot on stream. I'm going, he's got to have a king. Definitely has a king. Oh, he's got to have a king. Oh, if he's got a king, he's never going to fold a heart. Blah blah blah. So I decide we got to build the pot. I think the raise is pretty much mandatory here. Do you guys think I can go bigger than 2.5? I mean, I feel like this is probably just 2.75. Maybe it's better. I don't know. If he has a hard draw that he's leading, he's not going to fold to a raise, basically. If he has a 10 or a king, he's not going to fold to a raise.
Yeah. I think you can add probably a big blind here.
Yeah. Probably up to like 3.5
3.5
even. I mean, if we're trying to set up for SPR1 or whatever, obviously bigger is better here. I decided to go for 2.5. He calls. The river is a complete brick, so now we're not getting paid by hearts. The 10 probably doesn't feel so hot because we raised the turn. And we decide to jam.
Greedy.
It is greedy, but come on. I mean, you have to understand that when I'm playing offline, I'm playing logically. When I'm playing on stream, I just gave a 20-minute speech about how this guy definitely has a fucking king, and he's never going to fold a 10 in his entire life. In his entire career, he's never folded second pair. So at this point, you have to commit. So what do we think happens, boys?
I think it's a good jam. This is why I like 3.5. Then it's a super easy jam.
Right.
I like it as well, by the way. Right. So that's something I would do it 100% of the time.
Yeah.
Because like if you bet 6, he has a king, he's calling. If you bet 11, he has a king, he's calling.
Right.
A 10, maybe he's calling 6, maybe he's folding 11.
Yeah.
But maybe he's calling 11. You don't know that, right?
Yeah. And
if he has a flush, he's calling 100%. But he's just calling. He's never raising.
Yeah. And I think what ends up happening, guys, as well is, like on the turn, there's kind of this merge of things that we get value from, right? So a 10 is in there, king is in there, the hearts are in there. And then when we get to the river, it's like the hearts don't exist anymore unless they have the flush already. So suddenly it's just like, okay, like, do they have enough that they're going to call with? And if yes, we should just go for it, right? I mean, especially against an unknown player.
Yeah, 100%.
He's calling queen jack.
No. Okay, so do you guys want to guess? He did call. What do you guys think he has?
He did or he didn't?
He did call.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm not going to ask you to guess what he had if there's no showdown.
Yeah, ace high or queen jack, like some silly, some super ridiculous.
Cito?
I would say 9-10.
And no, it's just king queen. It's the easiest game of all time.
Oh.
Never folding. But yeah,
that's
obviously
good.
this is just a fun one. I don't think we need to talk about this one anymore. Let's move on swiftly to the next.
Your check made you get his whole stack on the flop.
Oh, sorry, we forgot. Genius or fish, guys? Top G.
This is a brain.
Oh, it's a brain.
It's
a brain. I thought like it's a bouquet of flowers.
I'm writing fish. I'm writing fish because literally anybody could have won that pot. It took no skill whatsoever. So it's not. No skill.
Everybody could win that pot, but you could win less easily.
That's true.
And if you bet flop, you might fold. So you might have not won anything. Like,
so true.
I think everyone is winning that pot, of course, but a lot of people will win less.
See, Bildarian, that's how I know you're a real friend. You're a hype man, because it makes me feel a lot better about myself. Thank you. I appreciate that. All right, on to the next one. So I actually have this was me, guys. I have a serious point of discussion here. So this is a complete unknown player, but from the game that we had played before, it looked like he was playing like very, very poorly. Okay, I'm allowed to say that because we're covering up their names, guys. So I'm not slagging anyone off. So I come in with the main raise with the king 5. I know we can probably limp this as well. The raise is going to be probably 50-50 here, whatever. There's a call. So my immediate instinct on an ace high board is that I'm just going to absolutely blast off, right? I'm just going to go crazy on ace queen tray. It feels like a very easy triple barrel board, especially if it runs out nice. And that's kind of what I do. So my question here is, guys, I'll show you how the hand plays first. I won't show the result. So I bet 1, pretty standard. There's a call. The 2 seems like a perfect card to barrel. We actually pick up the gut shot as well. So that's also even more reason for us to go, I think. We go for 5. Again, we can talk about the size here, but I think probably we are supposed to have a very big bet here. And on the river, I'm on stream again, and I'm going, okay, this guy, this is the easiest triple barrel of my life. He's never going to call ever in the history of poker. And we go for it. So what I wanted to ask you guys to talk about here was, this seems very standard. Like, this doesn't seem crazy at all. This seems pretty good. Like, I feel like this is the perfect board to do this, or a very good board, especially with the clubs don't run out. We're blocking the straight, for example, all this other stuff. You know, the reason why I say that is because my expectation is that loads of aces are going to be all in pre-flop versus the min raise. In fact, you know, we know that most aces are meant to be all in here, except for at this stack depth, maybe some small suited aces, right, are going to flat here. So theoretically, this guy should not have an ace basically ever, right? But if it's a complete unknown and they're not following the rules, how do you guys discount this? Or is the perception that people play aces fast strong enough, even in inexperienced players, that we still want to play the hand this way?
I think Rex can have ace deuce, even up to ace deuce suited, up to maybe even ace 9 suited.
Sure.
They will just flat very often, I think. Even ace 10 suited, they might flat. The off-suited ones, they will rejam, but they don't have to, right? Not everyone. Depending how they perceive you.
Right.
Some people not rejamming every ace because a lot of players are too strong with their min-raising range. And then it doesn't make much sense to rejam all the ace axes. They just flat, right?
Yeah.
So I think in reality, people can have more ace axes. Recreationals definitely will have a lot more ace axes because they are not rejamming very loose with them. They're just calling, taking a look at the flop, right?
Yeah.
They might even just call ace king off, ace queen off, something like that, right? So I wouldn't say that. So that's why I wouldn't say they don't have any ace axes, right? And like it's like dynamics nowadays. I would say like 5 years ago, I would totally agree, right? So you can just boom, boom, boom here, and you'll get the pot almost always. I think nowadays people are like way more sticky, and I still don't hate it, right? So you'll get a lot of folds on the river, but a lot of these hands actually are like worse than yours, right? So he can still have a couple of like, I mean, king axes, but you're blocking king axes, like the king jacks, the king tens. Flush draws will fold, the jack tens will fold. The thing is, do we get the queen X to fold or not? Right?
Yeah.
Because he doesn't have many 3Xs. He has a couple of 3X that he's calling, but not many offsuited ones. A couple of suited ones. He can call, fold them. But queen Xs, it's I don't see people nowadays folding a hand like queen 10 off here, for example.
Sure. I mean, especially if they're calling 5 big blinds in the turn, right? So this is kind of why I'm arriving here and asking the question, because I completely agree. I like, I'm never going into this and saying this guy never has an ace because he's always going to play the ace fast, right? That's kind of my point. Is if this was a reg, I'd probably give them more credit for. It's kind of weird, right? Because the regs probably will have an ace here less, but they also will probably be more likely to call down with a queen confidently because they know that we're just going to do this with like the entire range, basically.
I think I wouldn't even hate a bet and then check back turn and maybe even call river, depending on the run out.
Sure.
Because you're betting 1BB, he will have quite a lot of like very loose calls on the flop. Even some like Jack 9 with the club and everything. These are calling on the flop.
Mhm.
Then it goes check, and then they kind of feel very tempted to bet the river, right? So, and then they might not even bet like a hand like queen 6 or something on the river, and then they end up having way too many bluffs. They won't bet the king high. So I think king 5 off. I would love to see a check back on a turn and then call this river, for example, if he's betting.
Okay.
I think this is definitely a good line as well.
Cito, what do you think, buddy?
I think like I'm definitely like, this is the line I will take the less against recreationals. I mean, like a lot of people like knows nowadays like how I'm too focused on the what we call like the future EV. So this is basically like conserving our stack against recreational, because we kind of easily get him like either stack off when we hit a good hand, or like just take his stack like slowly but smoothly, right? That's from one side. From the other side, like I also like don't like the big bet on the turn, because like what does the big bet on the turn is that it actually like makes his range less wider for a shove on the river.
Right.
So let's say, for example, like, let's say he's having like a 9-3 or suited or whatever, and he's facing a 5 big blind. Like it's not the easiest call for him, right? So what you are doing here is like you are removing like the gut shots, you are removing the 3Xs, and like who knows, like recreational can even fold maybe some flush draws, maybe not, right? But the thing is, with a big bet on the turn, you make the range way tighter and therefore like more calls on the river.
Yeah.
While if you make it like smaller, you keep everything, and then you can easily blast on the river, and you have then more folds. But
very
like,
good points, actually. Like because this is like the big difference between GTO and how you should actually probably play, right? Because GTO is probably betting 5, but in reality, a smaller sizing makes a lot of sense logically, right? As Cito explained.
This is exactly why I wanted to talk about this. That's that exact point, because when I was less studied in GTO, my reaction was always to find a turn size that kept more of the air in, or more of like the draws in and stuff, and then also left us with more to shove on the river. So people's perceived, they're like, oh, it's like 12 big blinds to call on the river. That's like almost a starting stack or whatever, right? If we are starting with 15 big blinds. So I've always done that instinctually, and that's always been very effective. But then the more that I've studied, the more it's like GTO wants to bet absolutely massive on this turn, right? And then you leave yourself with 11 big blinds into 16 on the river. To me, that seems illogical from an IRL perspective. So, that's kind of where I'm caught. And that's why I'm a little bit like, number one, this guy probably isn't playing the range pre-flop correctly. So probably will have more strong hands that we don't expect. But then also, should I just be defaulting to like my my recreational hunting tactics of old, because that's always been so effective?
Yeah, that's exactly like you should, like the GTO is like giving you a guideline, and what's that?
40%, 10%,
100%, 100% true,
100%
back to
accurate.
the roots.
Well, just out of
Yeah.
interest, actually, I want to see what this looks like here.
I think he's playing my line, check back turn, and then calling river.
Yeah, probably. Wait.
What do you think about my line, actually, Cito?
Yeah, I think like it's working quite well. I think actually your line will generate more win rate than a triple barrel
with lower variance.
Yes.
All right, so this is a 0% frequency play apparently. Let's take a look at the entire.
But it's unsolved, so it's
Yeah.
just
It's just the turn that is not.
Okay, yeah. So maybe the turn size isn't used. So the min raise is obviously going to happen about half the time. Okay, a little bit less. That's fine. Whatever. Bet the flop 100% surely. Okay, still okay. That's between those two sizes. Fine. On the turn, bet 5 doesn't exist, but bet 7.5 does. Fucking hell, dude. You see what I'm saying, guys? This is why I get all.
He's overbetting, and then on the river he has 8 into 20. Right? So
yeah, I mean, like, so what's the move here? We're supposed to bet. Let me try and follow the line here. So if we're here betting 7.5 like a genius, and they call again, then I guess we just give up the. I mean, this a good river to give up, right? I mean, like as you say, we can still be. So 7.5 is something that happens a lot, apparently. If we have king 5. All right, whatever. So we bet big, and then they call. And then what was the river again? 7 of diamonds. Check. Yeah, and then we're just giving, and then we're getting to showdown because we can still beat the draws. I guess that makes sense. Yeah. Okay, but like this, I guess this is the point, right? And I think I have a lot of people. I actually had a really interesting conversation with some older guys in Dublin. I was showing them I was explaining that I was more of a sit and go guy, not a tournament guy, and I showed them some of my results from spins, and they're like, well, sure, you know how to beat the computer, but like, what would, if you played against me, you wouldn't know what to do. And I'm like, oh, okay, fucking hell, here we go. They were really nice guys, but you know, like the definition of like, I don't believe in GTO kind of thing. But you know, I think the issue that I have is like, I'm starting to like burn more of the GTO mindset or like, you know, pattern. So maybe I got the bet size wrong, but bet big was part of that, right? Bet big on that board. And yeah, as I think probably just bet small and then shove river, or as you say, check the turn and then decide river.
Bluff catch the river. Yeah, like on a non-club, non-completed, like on a brick, you just easily call the river.
Yeah.
What I personally like to do is when I don't play so many tables, I just imagine the hands that he can have, and then I try to bet or check and try to act exactly how I want this range to behave, right? So I would check back the turn because I imagine him having the Jack 9, the Jack 10, the whatever, like these kind of hands, right? So I want to target these. I check back, and then I think, okay, he would not bet these. He has now a lot of potential bluffs, so I bluff catch, right? And when I bet the turn, then I imagine all of his draws that now busted. He's not donking them, so I'm just checking back because I have a little bit of showdown value. This logical old school poker, right?
This is very wise as well, because if the hand played out the way you described it, check the turn, and we arrive on the river, right? So we go, probably doesn't have an ace. We kind of already knew that, right? That's why we were blasting the turn potentially, right? He might value bet a queen, but some of his queens are gone. King queen might still, for example, if he's flatting a hand as strong as like ace 9 suited, maybe he also has king queen. We're blocking king queen, so that's less queens. He's not going to bet a 3. He's going to try and get a 3 to showdown every single time and not turn that into a bluff. So yeah, very logical. Really, really interesting anyway. But again, this is just it's so difficult to know which direction to go, with little information on a player. But if you don't know them, you can probably assume that they're not playing the pre-flop correctly. So interesting.
Usually yes.
Usually.
The most important is to not like say, oh, this is his range pre-flop. Like going on the hand, depending on your sizing and what you are doing, you might start remove combos, etc. But like never give a recreational static pre-flop range.
Right.
Like this is something huge. Like they can flat call, right? Like pocket pairs, they can ace, like Bildarian said, like ace king, ace queen off against the min raise is just call because like they are too deep, and they say like, I'm not gambling with ace king, like
or slow playing maybe,
or
like
slow
you don't really know what they're thinking, right?
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, absolutely. No, so that, interesting one here. Ultimately, I bet the river and he folded. So, guys, genius.
I love that you marked the hand. That shows a lot actually, because like most people won't even like they won, right? So why should I analyze this hand? But you went deeper, and this is how you grow, right? Even when you win, you just think maybe it was not the right thing, right? And then you review the hand. So I really like that he actually folded, and we are still watching this hand.
All right, boys. So genius or fish? One. Oh, Cito already had his written down. He already had it written. Go.
You You didn't respect the future EV. So
Oh, you will love the next one because I did it for future AV.
Always respect
God.
the future EV. I had a
respect
great
it.
conversation with Texas Tomo about future EV. It was really funny. Okay, cool. So this
What is his point on future AV?
well, no,
Now you got me.
Okay,
That's
okay.
very
So
interesting.
I was talking about how I was doing some node locking at like 10 big blinds effective, and I was talking about how even with the node locking, I still think that a lot of the hands that they wanted to push were better played as a limp against an unknown player because we had better future EV, like if we play the hand slow. And he's like, actually, 10 big blinds is a really good example of where that's true quite often, because if you node lock for the pre-flop, it's still assuming that the computer plays perfectly even after that node, right? So it's not going, okay, cool. So this guy's range was incorrect pre-flop, so he's a fish and he's going to mess up the hand later on. It's going, we're forcing him to do this now, but the rest of the hand will be played perfectly according to the ranges that you provided, right? So he's like, yeah, at 10 big blinds, that's true. As soon as you get to like 7, though, it kind of isn't anymore. So like there's not much future game, once we get shallow, especially in the 2x multipliers where we have less time if we waste time playing a hand. Yeah, anyway, that was the long and short of it.
Interesting.
Anyway, who is this?
That's me.
This is you. Me. Okay, cool.
That's okay. Some infos maybe before.
Go for it.
This is a regular. And this hand is really interesting because this is total pure street style poker, and I just want to
nice.
to get your
street poker.
Get your opinion on this.
He's already hyping himself up. So yeah, this is old school street poker.
No, not old school. This is just like you won't see this in a solver for sure. You know what I mean? Like
okay, so. We start with a limp at 13 big blinds effective, and we arrive on King Tray Tray. So Baldarian, just shout at me if you want to say anything, okay?
Let's go.
Cool. So check back on the King Tray Tray board. Fair enough. Oh, never mind. Sorry, bet flop.
Okay. Yeah. I was like, what's going on?
Okay, and it's a min check raise, and
nice.
And this is street poker we're talking about here. So I'm assuming that we're not folding yet.
We're not folding, of course. I mean. What does he want to do?
What does he rep here? What is he rep?
What is he doing? Like, no, not folding.
All right, bets 3. Street poker.
This bet size is also like already very, very suspicious. You know what I mean? Like, why do you want to bet 3?
All right. Hey, call for the half pot on the turn. Check.
Ooh,
interesting.
Yeah, I didn't win for the check back.
Okay. So I have some thoughts.
Me too.
I mean, surely you can just check river here. I mean, you've got the nuts basically. If he has no hand, unless he's got a 6, 7 of hearts. Is this a concern? He might have hit a 7 or an 8.
Yeah, maybe. I mean,
you think players on GT will fold an 8 or a 7?
Oh, I don't mind. I don't mind. That's the point. I don't mind that.
So
I don't mind that.
So the whole point of us reading this hand is just to show you don't give a fuck about the outcome.
That's the point.
You just want to make a statement.
Exactly, and that's something I'm experimenting with a little bit.
Playing.
No, honestly, that's what I want your opinions on, because
Cito. He wants the other regs to see this episode and go, that guy does not fuck around. He is crazy. He's trying to farm future EV because everyone's going to assume he's floating with Queen 6 and shoving the river.
Yes, because what are you going to do next time when there's a King 3-3 and I see bet? What are you going to do next time? That's the thing. Like,
you're gonna pay him off with Jack High.
Assume he's a fucking nutball, right? And he's just not giving a fuck. Like, what are you going to do? Then you're going to play very often. People who are kind of aggressive, they start playing like little puppies, right? And that's when you get them, right? So I think sometimes just showing pure randomness. First, they might think you're stupid. They mark you as a weak reg, right? Because Queen 6 is kind of stupid, or they think you are tilted, so they might assume that. And the third point, I think it's profitable anyways. If not, it's not as profitable as you might think, and I think it has a lot of upsides, right? same for some weird limp jams with the queen six off or something, right? If someone is just pushing you around and you don't want to do that, that he's not doing it anymore, what's better than making just 2-3 limp rejams in his face, and then he is okay, Sido's gone. It's too much for him.
He's checking out. He's checking out. We'll get him back. We'll get him back in a second.
Yeah, we'll get him back in a second. Yeah, so I think sometimes just making this as some kind of like statement play is a little bit underrated. Like how people, especially when you play the same pool all the time, I think it's a little bit underrated how people perceive you, right? And being like the crazy, the perceived the crazy guy is not a bad thing, I think, right?
Yeah, there's definitely an upside, but if you're shoving this hand, is the idea if you do get called here, if they do call with a 6 or a 7 or an 8 or whatever, that the fact that they're seeing you do this will have future EV for you?
Yeah, it has a lot of future EV because next time he won't fold the 7 as well, right? So I'll jam a king for value. He's never folding. So I get more value from my value hands. I can expand my value betting range, and then I can also shut down a couple of my bluffs as well, right? So people assume I'm bluffing all the time, but I'm not. So I'm like, I think some people are really good at these kind of games, right? So they just like creating this kind of aura, this kind of like
I can see that.
People perceive you in a certain way, and then they actually don't really play like this, like that, and they put people in a lot of pressure constantly, and they basically force them into making mistakes. So I think what people should like, if you do some kind of spew here and there, I think it's a good thing. People should see that you're capable of that, because otherwise, like, I think it has a lot lot benefits. They're not going to pay you off. Like maybe I'm just stupid.
Sito, what do you think, buddy?
No. I actually think, like, I mean, the idea overall and what you said, like,
I agree with the idea. Yeah,
true. So like when, like you said, like spewing, showing people that you are capable of doing this, you are capable of bluff catching, you are capable of bluffing hands, etc., is very important. So like you get some kind of image, you can some kind of respect or whatever you get, but you are getting something, right? So this is a good thing. But like in this actual hand, the thing is you are just burning money basically, because like no worse hand is calling and no better hand is folding basically. Maybe like some 7x, but like I know the GG pool and I know players how they are playing. Like if he did bet the turn and check a river, it means like with a 7 or an 8, of course, like he's going for the call, right? So the thing is, like if you did this, for example, with the 4 deuce of spade, like you call backdoor flush draw, backdoor straight draw, etc., and then like you end up seeing like weird sizing on the turn, you say, yeah, fuck it, I'm going to call and bluff any river. That's great. And if he calls you, he sees the balls, right? He understands like what you are doing. But like here, I see like showdown value.
Yeah,
it's not the hand that you should be doing this. Like, okay, like your idea is good, but like there are a million other hands that you can do this with. That's will be worth it. So this is, I think, kind of burning money plus minus.
Basically, Baldarian, what he's trying to say is, this is not street enough. This is not gangster enough. This is like soft gangster, mate. You have the nuts on the river, and you're like, so I shove. What do you guys think? Street poker. You have the effective nuts, bro. Come on. Like it's not. No, I completely agree. I do think there is value in being that guy that's always pushing and always like and spewing occasionally and just showing up with weirdness. But yeah, I don't know. Like maybe 5-6 of spades here would be a better opportunity.
Yeah, but I mean, in the end, we won't have many bluffs here at all, right? So I know, like queen six directly on the flop, it should probably be a fold right away, right?
Probably not. Probably not.
I'm not sure about
that.
Yeah,
it's queen high.
Well, should we look?
Yeah, let's go. I actually don't know. I thought it would probably already be.
I would imagine it's close, but let's take a look. I mean, let's see how the river looks here anyway, boys.
If this is the GTO play, then no, it's unsolved. It's already on the flop.
Unsolved.
No, it's a call.
Check.
It's a call. It's not a bet in
check.
itself. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. There you go. There you go.
But like
But it's very close. It's 0.82
call is fine.
for a bet.
Yeah.
The call is fine. Call is good.
Yeah. Call is good. Okay. Cool. So theoretically, the call is still there.
The turn call is a fold.
But it's not as bad as you think. It's 0.06. And that's what I'm saying. Like, honestly, I think you're saying I'm burning money. But I think even if I'm burning money, people overestimate how much. It's not that I burn my whole stack all the time, right? Maybe I'm losing like 0.1 BB here or something. I think it's worth it. Sometimes. I'm not doing this all the time by any means, right? But I think sometimes just doing this like brain fart kind of things do something with people.
Okay. All right, let's vote. Vote.
I give you big ball, but it's
big ball. Okay, that's good. That's good. One ball, man.
It's a one big ball, man.
It's whale, but plus EV future. You're a whale, but you got big things ahead of you, mate. After this episode, you're about to get paid 20% more for sure, bro. This was very clever. He's
No, I think
we're not sure how we're going to monetize the stream, but I think Beldarian already has a plan. He already knows. He already knows how he's monetizing the stream. He's getting ahead of the game here. All right, cool. Nice one. Let's get to the next one. All right, this is Beldarian again, I think.
Yes.
Okay. So 15 big blinds, min raise, blind v blind, call. Bottom pair, one big blind bet, call. Yeah. Two pair on the turn. Check, check, jack on the river, 4.5. Sad story, huh?
Very sad story
for you, baby.
Do we have any info on this guy? Give us the deal.
It's a regular.
Okay.
It's just a regular, and he's just playing.
If it's a regular, then obviously the call becomes much easier, right? And when we check back on the turn in position here, I guess we're not supposed to have the straight as often. The straight probably wants to bet quite frequently.
I think I probably have a straight here, at least sometimes.
No, sure, sometimes. I mean, you're gonna want to check that some of the time. I guess the question is GTO really hates to miss bets when they make big hands, right? Generally.
Yeah, I mean, not necessarily. Like he has to check back a couple of queens. Like he's just balancing always, right? So a couple of queens he would.
Oh, I mean, I think he's probably supposed to check the queen quite often. I think that in position, though, if we had the queen, I think we're probably supposed to be betting more often than not. I don't know, maybe not.
Yeah, but I mean, it would probably be like 75 or 80%, right? So we'll check a couple, I guess.
Okay, so on the river, what are your thoughts?
My thoughts?
Yeah.
You don't see what I'm doing.
Oh.
I'm not calling.
Oh.
That's serious poker. Okay, I like it.
Yeah.
Let me give you my thought, right? So he's a regular. He's a decent regular. And I thought my range, right? So how does my range look like? And so I have a couple of queen X's, right? But what I also have here is Jack 9 and 10 9, 100%, right? So I play them 100% exactly the same. I don't have King Jack. I mean, maybe I have King Jack. I'm probably calling King Jack pre-flop, checking back King Jack at least at some frequency pre-flop, and probably also just calling the flop at some frequency, right? So I have a lot of full houses. And then the question is, what kind of bluffs do I have here at all, right? So in his shoes, when he's betting 4.5 into 6 and I'm jamming, I mean, I don't assume people will probably just call the queen, right? But I kind of hoped that he might be capable of folding maybe a jack that he might play like this. Maybe, I don't know. And yeah, I don't know. I thought it will be a very good bluff here. But maybe it's a brain fart. Maybe I should just not do that.
Well, how often do you think he folds a king here?
A king he's folding.
Actually, even better question. Like how often does he even bet a king? How often does he even bet a king?
Never.
Like the real question is he betting a king?
Yeah.
Like folding a king is easy, but like if he betting a king in first.
Okay, question.
He does.
Cedar, would you fold a queen here?
Yes, but like no one is folding a queen here. I mean, I would fold a queen if I'm four tabling, If I'm 9 tabling, I never fold, or plus, I never fold a queen, because like I just see like the straight in a 1 second, and I have the hotkeys. I have zero time to think, right? So like if I'm folding a queen only if I'm playing like 1, 2, 3, 4 tables maximum. But like if I'm mass tabling, never ever. Like I know this is a fold. I know you are never having like or like population.
Yeah,
never,
it's
ever
like
having
impossible
a
to have
bluff.
bluffs here, right? Except
Yes,
you're
but, like,
turning
you
like one
don't-
hands into
on
bluffs.
GT, you don't have time to think. Like he will see queen, he will see a straight, and like where is the time to think about your range? No time to think about your range. So that's the problem, right? So the question is like he's not folding a queen, he is not betting a king. So you are again like in the scenario of
Trying to get a
ahead
jack to fold.
or behind.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I actually thought he might be capable of holding a queen, and if not, then yeah, okay. I did a river jam with a weird bluff, so I'm getting more value next time, right?
Your future EV just keeps stacking up.
I like that.
His results this month are terrible.
The top now.
Look,
His
Speedo
results this
is
month
the
are
master
terrible.
of future AV against fish, and I'm starting to developing some future AV against regulars.
Using the podcast to future AV.
No, his results for the last 6 months have been terrible, but the next 3 years are going to be absolutely massive. He's just going to.
I'm actually crushing right now. Right? So I'm like destroying the regulars because they don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
I believe it, man. I believe it. Okay. Well, okay. So, and can I show the rest of the hand?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Okay. Nice. Well, you won the hand, so you know.
Yeah, I mean, he can have the occasional bluff again. Like if he's calling, even if he's calling, it's not as bad as you think, right? People just always think I lost the whole pot, but in the end, you're just losing a tiny fraction of it long term, right? Because you will have a couple of, like he might have a couple of bluffs himself. And yeah, I mean, I just believe in the good things. Maybe he's folding a queen here and there.
I mean, I want to write that down, guys. That's a top tip from the Team Bas team. Believe in good things.
Yeah, I believe you're a genius just because, like,
because he believes in good things.
I would not think about a shove myself. I didn't expect a shove, to be honest.
Yeah. Okay. Next hand. This is UCO, I think.
Oh, that one. That's not genius or fizz, but this is guess the hand.
Okay, this is guess the hand. Okay, cool. So this is another thing we're gonna try and do, guys. Guess the hand.
You will not write genius or fish, but you will write before the showdown.
Okay. So it goes min raise call.
Is he a fish or a reg? Is he a fish or a reg?
Fish.
Okay.
Check.
So you check, yeah.
King on the turn. Check. I'm assuming there's a shove here or something ridiculous, right?
Check, all in. Oh, bad. Okay.
Okay, guess the hand.
Guess the hand. Like he did call. I'm not sure like how the replay is working.
Okay.
Not showing. He did call. I give you actually like
Darren, write it down.
Write 3 hands. Write 3 combos.
Wait. So if I click again, does it show?
I don't know. Like
he's calling, right? He's calling, right?
He's calling.
Okay.
He's calling all in. Yeah.
I've got one guess. I've got one guess.
He did min raise. He did call against min raise. Check. That's 1 and call against a shove.
Okay.
Good.
All right. So let's have a guess. What do we think is this river?
Kings, king 4, queen 8. Whoa. You really queen 8.
It's either way.
Okay, so that's our guesses. Let's take a look at what the final hand.
Kings.
Oh,
you're both in kings. Oh, nice. So
I feel like kings is the same vibe as pocket fours. Kings is the same vibe.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, okay,
I was
so
like, like I was like, okay, like I'm gonna realize my equity during the hand. Like my thought process was like, I'm gonna realize my equity, and even though I hit a flush and he had something, I'm gonna get his whole stack. And like he clicks 1, I clicked all in, and he snap called, and I was like, yes, I got him. I like it.
Okay.
My plan worked, and like
my plan worked. Okay. So I know that was guess the hand, but I think we should do genius or fish as well, Baldarian. What do you think?
Yeah.
Okay, ready?
I think I would have played the same. Fish. Okay.
Definitely fish. You
losing the hand. Whole stack.
You were all in and you had 0%. That makes you a fish. That's all.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have one more hand today. Let's do one more hand in this section. So this is Cito again. These are the old 3x open from the button.
Oh, you're not calling that.
I don't remember this hand.
So 3x open, big blind calls. I'd be interested to see what the 3x open defend range looks like. I don't know. Yeah, exactly.
Bro, honestly, that's a fold.
It's definitely a fold. But it was 9-5-4. I'm not 100% certain, but I'm pretty sure. Anyway, check. The turn is a 10. We have a gut shot now. We decide to bet 2.55. Interesting size.
Why not bigger? Why not?
I was going to say, I think you got to go at least 3.5, maybe 4.
4 in the Jam River.
Against who?
I don't know. He's a fish.
He's a fish. Like, why?
Yeah, if he's folding the river, then you're winning a bigger pot when you're betting bigger on the turn.
If you want to bet all in.
Yes. So plan was 4.5.
I don't want to bet all in.
Okay.
All right. So now we arrive here, and
why is it this then?
We want to bet 7.1, and we get called.
Are getting called.
Okay. So, I mean, look, I don't hate this. I think it's fine. Should we just see the reveal?
Yeah.
Oh, that was a beautiful value bet. What's beautiful value bet?
Guys, you know nothing about poker.
What the fuck? This is so genius.
Guys, you know nothing. I told you, if you want to bet all in.
Top G.
Top G.
You
Top G value bet.
Why on earth would you ever be all in there when you can get value?
You will need to rewatch this and see your faces at the show. You were like, oh, he's having tens, he's having this, he's having that.
Cito, I think you missed 10 more chips to win.
You didn't get enough value. That was the issue. Yeah, that's the problem.
You could have raised the bet bigger on the turn and then jam, and then you would have won everything. So you think he thought he has a straight or something? Like,
maybe.
No. If he thinks he has a straight, he's all in.
Even for a fish, right? That was pretty wild.
I mean, I had the same face as you both had when I saw the showdown live.
Cito's having a really good month, by the way, guys. He's having a really good month because this is the shit he's encountering. This is wonderful.
This is how you make your 20-30K month, right? You're very, very clean highs on the river.
I wish anybody in my pool was doing this, but that's cool. Well done. This is a $100 game, by the way, guys. Jesus Christ. Yeah. All right, so nice hand. You're a genius, obviously. So we are going a little bit late, you guys. So I think we should do one hand, maybe two, of Do You Even GTO Bro, and it's winner take all this week. What do you think?
Let's go.
All right. So let me zoom in a little bit here. Oh, there we go. Okay, cool. So I've already got this set up. We're going to do 15 to 10 heads up. Let's do one. Let's do one winner take all, possibly a tie. All right, let's get it. All right, absolutely beautiful spot to kick things off.
GTO or reality? We are playing GTO here, right?
The name of the game is Do You Even GTO Bro?
I forgot. I thought GTO is what I'm always doing. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah. I mean, clearly not.
You know that's there is GTO and there is BTO.
There's GTO and there's future GTO.
Oh, let's play some BTO poker.
1, 2, 3, ready?
That's nice. I love it. I'll remember that.
Oh, okay. We are all in agreement. I mean, it's probably going to be a mix, right? But hey,
Oh yes, we all win.
So that
Oh.
is full confirmation that we absolutely GTO, bro, and that means it's a tie this week. Nobody wins. And I guess that's the end of today's stream, the end of today's podcast, guys. I'm so used to streaming. I apologize. I keep saying stream. So there we go, guys. Anything else to add? I think that was a really fun one. We covered a lot of ground there in the space of about an hour. So pretty good stuff.
Yep, I agree.
I guess that means there's nothing else to add. So I guess we're going to sign off for today.
For all the GG players, remember, I'm just random.
Remember what you've seen here today, and do with that what you will. But we're gonna sign off for today, guys. I appreciate you all. Before you do anything else today, make sure you give us a subscribe and a like and a bell and all that stuff on YouTube, and also go and check out Team Bas Poker and at Nick Walsh TV. We make loads of content on all kinds of platforms, so go give us a look. And if you've enjoyed this content, let us know about it in the comment section, of course, as always. So signing off for today, guys. Love you all very much. And we'll see you in the next one for episode 4 of the Spin&Bros podcast. See you then, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.